Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from the...
What's the deal, baby? You already know. Big boss dog can't poke through the dope. Better talk this. Boxing! Terence Crawford. You ever noticed and paid attention? I said this before. Well, I think I was one of the first people to say this. His biggest win of his career was Errol Spence. Pay attention. Biggest win of his career was Errol Spence. He knew that was the biggest win of his career. That's why he sat there and tried to, now he tried to cap and say, oh, this Madrimov fight feels bigger than the Errol Spence fight. If the Madrimov fight felt bigger than the Errol Spence fight, why after you beat Errol Spence, you had a parade back in your hometown? And your wardrobe with the fishnet on it, or whatever it's called, the fish catcher, whatever you call yourself, you had that on your floating at the parade. I didn't see you have a celebration when you beat Ndongo. You didn't celebrate when you beat Madrimov. You didn't go back to Omaha and was like, yeah, let's have another parade. No, you celebrated after you beat Errol. Right? After you beat Errol Spence, you celebrated. Why? I'll tell you why. He knew Errol Spence is a top name in the sport. He knew Errol Spence is a top fighter in the sport. He knew that Errol Spence on paper was supposed to be his toughest challenge. He knew that. Right? Notice I said on paper. That night, and I'm just going off that night. That night, Errol Spence didn't step up. So on paper, Errol Spence was supposed to be his toughest challenge of his career. But didn't happen. It was one-sided, right? So I don't understand why this man be capping. It's like this. I said this before in previous videos. Terence Crawford and his team, they know boxing. But when they make certain comments, it's like casual talk. Like when they talk about Boots. When they sit there and they talk about Boots, and they be like, oh, Boots ain't did nothing, or he get hit too much. Oh, for real? What did Madrimov do to get a Terence Crawford fight? Now, granted, Madrimov is the champion, but what did he do? What did David Avanesian do to get a shot at you? You know what I'm saying? What did Mean Machine do? I mean, I'm just trying to figure these things out. Now, I know y'all gonna say, oh, they were his mandatories. At one point, Boots was Terence Crawford's mandatory. This how you know he never had no intentions to fight Boots. Right? I'm cooking. This how you know he never had no intentions. You ever notice his other mandatories is quiet, and then he announces, oh, I'm fighting Flip-Flop-Flop-Flop from Kazakhstan, right? That's just what it is. I'm fighting Flip-Flop-Flop-Flop from Kazakhstan. But when it comes to Boots, the fight they never attempted to negotiate anything. Now I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, he was supposed to rematch Errol. But y'all also publicly said that y'all didn't want to fight Errol. Y'all didn't want to rematch Errol. Y'all didn't feel like y'all needed to. The fight was one-sided. Y'all felt like, hey, we didn't need to rematch Errol Spence. So we're back to square one. His best friend, Steven So-Called Nelson, said that. He said, man, look, we're going to offer Errol Spence the fight at 147 because we hope he don't take the fight because we want to move on. So, and even if you were in negotiations with Errol Spence, wouldn't the backup thing to do is, hey, if this don't make it through, we need to have a backup plan. Wouldn't that be the logical thing to do? I mean, PBC do it all the time. They did it with Tim Zugras, Keith Thurman. How ironic. So all I'm saying at the end of the day, Terence Crawford needs to stop this cap. He be playing games. He be peeing on y'all, tell y'all it's rain. He be R. Kelly y'all. Pause. That man be trip all in your eyes, man, letting it rain. I'm gone, man. I'm gone.